Hey everybody, how's it going? Since camping season is just around the corner here in the south, I was going through all of my gear, making for sure I had everything, nothing had been misplaced over the summer. And I thought, you know what, I haven't showed anybody my hammock setup or how I set up or showed you guys why I chose what I chose. So I thought I'd do that real quick today. The Warbonnet Ridgerunner hammock, which is my hammock of choice. It is a bridge hammock. It is a little bit heavier than, your standard gathered in, but I sleep so much better. I'm a little wide in the shoulders, and it really helps having that spreader bar, having that bridge hammock opened up. Going to be going over my Underquilt, which I use the Arrowhead Equipment Ridgerunner. It is their 3/4 length. And then I've got a Lone Star tarp that I had custom made for me. Love the colors. I think you guys will like it. I'm going to throw it up real quick and we'll talk about each piece as it goes. I chose the Ridgerunner double layer. It is a little heavier. It's already a little bit heavier because of the spreader bars, but I chose the double layer because you can use an underquilt or you can use a pad and it stays put. I'll show you how both of those look. The Ridgerunner, when you get it, it'll have one end that's got a red line, one end it's got a black line. The red is your head, easy to remember. And your spreader bars, they are also different colors. You can see the kind of metal gun gray is going to be your foot end. They slide together and it's just a single two-piece. And then your head end is a black three-piece. I store my suspension inside the stuff sack for the hammock unless the suspension is wet, and I don't want to get the hammock body wet. These are from Superior Gear, super quick and easy straps. I absolutely love these things. Once you have your suspension hung, find your cord for your head end and hang it on the suspension. You then just walk it out of the stuff sack. I usually just throw it over my shoulder like this while I set up my strap. Now your foot end you'll want to be higher than your head, so always go up higher on the tree. Same thing, find your end, hook it on your suspension. Now you can take your stuff sack and go either way. You can bring it back to your head end or you can take it down to your foot end, doesn't really matter. Just whatever's preference for you. Cinch one end closed and it's there. You take your spreader bar and there's a spot here in the middle to go through. So you just go through the middle and attach it to the end. Same on your foot end, except there's not a place in the middle. You just spread it out. Now you can see it's obviously set way too high. So you're going to want to adjust your strap to bring it down. And you just kind of go back and forth until you get it where you want it. That ought to be pretty good. Now, I'm going to bring you over here a little closer so you can see this next part. Right here is your double layer. So you can take and slide your pad in here, and I'll show you that. You can use closed cell foam, whatever you want. It's super easy. Just open it up. You can also put an inflatable pad in here if you want to go that route. Just feed the pad in, come to the other side and reach inside and stretch it out. There we go. Just that easy. You now have a pad and it won't go anywhere. When you roll around inside here, it stays put. That is the beauty of having that separate layer. It holds an underpad in place perfectly. If you don't like using a closed cell foam pad or an air pad and you want to use an underquilt, this is how the underquilt works. If you don't want to use the closed cell foam pad, once you get it set up and you're right here, your suspension's hung the way you like, just take and flip it upside down. This will make you a nice work table for installing your underquilt. For an underquilt, I am using a custom Arrowhead Equipment 3/4 length. I am a huge fan of this pattern. I don't know why, I just think it's really cool. It is the Hex Cam Adirondack. And this Arrowhead Equipment quilt is super easy to hook up. It comes with these micro carabiners, and you just take and hook them into these little loops that are on the end of the Ridgerunner. There. And there. And then flip it back over. Now you can take and adjust the tautness. You want to make for sure that you have some room and some give in your cordage here. You don't want it too tight, but you also don't want it too loose to where you allow wind and everything to get underneath. Once you get that set up, now it's time to set up your bug net. And all you do is you bring this up here and connect it to the end. Do the same down here on the foot end. Connect it to the suspension. And then they've got toggles here that you can pull and adjust. So you can set that bug net the exact distance you want off of you. Mine's a little twisted. There we go. A little bit more. There. Now when you lay down, this will actually be even further away from you. It has two zippers that run on either side or all the way around, however you want to do it. You can actually take and unzip the bug net all the way to the foot, disconnect from here, and if you're camping in the winter time or sometime like that when there's no bug present and you don't want the bug net, it'll actually store down here out of the way. I use the bug net even in the wintertime because it just helps to keep everything inside the hammock. I have a tendency to toss and turn, and I don't want to lose something out the side of the hammock. So even in the summertime, wintertime, whenever, I always use the bug net. Now, you can see I have it roughly opened up to where you can get in. Just take, set down. There you go. She is super comfortable. It's got saddlebags here on the side and a little loft here at the head. It's perfect for putting gear in here with you. Your water bottles will fit right here, or you know, maybe sleep socks, a change of clothes, whatever you want. You've got plenty of room in these little saddlebags. And as you can see, it is plenty of room in here. I mean, I've got 2 foot between my head and the net. It's super comfortable. Plenty of room across the shoulders. I'll show you what it looks like here on the inside. Okay, so here you are on the inside. You can see you've got a little bit of storage here along the head. You've got your saddlebags here and here for storing extra gear. You've got plenty of room down there. Your feet don't touch. I am 5'11", and you can see I've got at least another foot. Someone close to probably 6'6" or so could fit in here with no issue. I said super comfortable, nice and wide across the shoulders. I don't know how well that shows up on the camera, how far apart. But man, it is so much nicer to not be squished along the shoulders. I don't know what it is about gathered in hammocks, but I always have that problem. Plenty of livable space in here. Okay, now let's show you the tarp. If you're not expecting any bad weather, you're set up, you're done, you're ready to go. If there's a chance of any sort of chance of rain or bad weather, you always want to set up your tarp. Now my tarp, I had custom made for me. This was made by Lone Star Ultralight, and I freaking love this thing. The guy knocked it out of the park. He did an excellent job. I'll set this up for you real quick. You'll want to adjust where you've got your hammock centered. And I need to come this way a little bit. Super quick and easy to do this. I mean, this is like a no fuss, no muss sort of thing. It's awesome. I just absolutely love it. Is that tarp not just awesome looking? I mean, that hex cam, I don't know what it is about it. I freaking love that stuff. So now I'll just attach the suspension, pull it out, and show you the finished product. Okay, so there she is set up most of the way. I still haven't closed my mini doors, so I'll show you how I do that right now. I've got a little bit of shock cord, and I can either come around my tree and connect it back to itself to leave it open, such as that right there. I'll show you, kind of gives you a little bit of opening, but then if I need to go into storm mode, all I've got to do is disconnect this, take this micro carabiner and bring it over and attach like that. And now the doors are much tighter. There we go. So that's with the door closed. I'll show you the other end. I'll leave the door open. So once again, I've got a piece of shock cord, and I'll just take it around my post and connect over here. If I can get it to go in the hole. There it goes. And that way I've got one open door I can come in and out of, and I've got one closed. And then, like I said, if rain comes, I can always just bring this around and connect it to itself. Now my doors are closed. I absolutely love this setup. It is perfect for me in the hammock camping world. It does everything I need it to do. The tarp, made by Lone Star Ultralight. Absolutely love it. It was a custom made tarp. I contacted him, ordered it. I paid for it. Everything was all done. Nothing was given to me. I had to buy everything, but I still just love this tarp. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love this camo. I love the way it looks. That hex cam Adirondack. It matches perfectly with my underquilt. The orange looks great with my hammock. I've got plenty of room under here, and I can actually go out wider if I need to. Absolutely love everything about this setup. From the suspension from Superior Gear, the hammock from Warbonnet, the Warbonnet Ridgerunner, the custom tarp made by Lone Star Ultralight, and my underquilt made by Arrowhead Equipment. Highly recommend every piece of this kit. It is awesome. It gives me a great night's sleep. And it's cool as hell. I mean, come on, that hex cam's pretty sweet.